Welcome to Revenge with Lyra.
You should have seen her face when she got it, Mom bragged, replaying the video on her phone for the 100th time. My sister, Alyssa, squealing beside a silver BMW wrapped in a red bow, a bow that probably cost more than my monthly rent. Your father and I believe in rewarding effort, Mom said, glancing at me as if the irony didn't burn. Maybe one day, you'll learn to do the same. I smiled, the kind of smile you give before a storm. I got effort, Mom. You just never liked where I put it.
She sighed.
Stop being dramatic, Lena. Alyssa's just more polished.
Polished.
That's what they called her privilege. When she turned 17, she got a BMW. When I turned 17, I got a bus pass and a lecture about earning my way. And I did. Not just through college, through 3 jobs, 2 states, and one relentless drive to never, ever need their approval again. 5 years later, I'd built something they couldn't. My own empire. A clean, quiet tech startup that now owned the software running in most luxury cars, including BMWs. So when Alyssa called crying last month about her debt, the car, the credit cards, the failed influencer dreams, I almost felt sorry. Almost. Because this time, the one holding the keys to her future was me. And I had every intention of teaching her what earning it really meant. It started with a single message. Alyssa, hey Lena, long time.
Can we talk?
I really need help, please. I stared at it for a full minute. The last time she'd said please was when she needed me to take her shift at the diner, so she could go on a weekend trip with her real friends. Now her name was flashing on my screen, begging for help. I almost ignored it. Almost. But curiosity is a cruel thing. When I finally opened the message, there it was, a photo of the BMW, repossession notice taped to the windshield. And beneath it, her words, I'm $62,000 in debt. Mom said to ask you. Mom said to ask me. The same woman who once told me, don't come home until you've proven you're worth something. The irony was sharp enough to draw blood. That night, I sat in my apartment overlooking the city. Glass walls, soft jazz, the skyline glittering like my own private constellation. Everything in that room was mine. Earned. And yet, a part of me, the foolish part that still remembered family dinners and birthday candles, almost replied with comfort. Almost. Instead, I typed, sure, Alyssa. Let's meet tomorrow. I'll see what I can do. She replied instantly. OMG, thank you. I knew you'd come through, red heart. No, Alyssa. You really didn't. Tomorrow, she'd finally learn what earning it felt like. The cafe was downtown, quiet, expensive, the kind of place Alyssa once said smelled like poor people trying to look rich. I arrived early, laptop open, my coffee untouched. She came 10 minutes late, oversized sunglasses, designer purse, and a nervous twitch in her jaw. Lena, she exclaimed too loudly, the fake excitement coating her voice like sugar over poison. You look successful. I am, I said simply. Her smile faltered. So, you heard about my situation. It's temporary. Just some bad investments and BMW payments, I interrupted, sliding her credit report across the table. 3 missed. 1 in collection. And a loan from a private lender at 24% interest. Her eyes widened. You ran my credit? I met her gaze calmly. I run background checks for a living. It's what my company does. Digital verification, financial profiles, predictive scoring. You didn't think I'd help without knowing what I was walking into, did you? She looked like she'd swallowed glass. You've changed. No, I said. I just learned the rules you all played by. Alyssa leaned forward, lowering her voice. Mom and Dad said you could cover the debt easily. Just transfer it, and I'll pay you back. Promise. I laughed softly. Pay me back? With what? Your followers? Her lip trembled. Please, Lena. You can't let them take my car. I leaned in, eyes cold. Oh, I'm not going to let them take it. She blinked, hopeful. I already bought it. Her face went completely blank. You what? I sipped my coffee slowly. Your BMW. The finance company auctioned it last week. My firm manages their digital repossession network. I saw your name on the list and I bought it. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. You're joking. I don't joke with numbers, I said, setting my tablet on the table. A photo of the car appeared, same license plate, same tan interior, now sitting in my building's underground garage. Don't worry, I added calmly. It's safe. Just not yours anymore. Her manicured hand shot across the table, trembling. Lena, why would you do that? You know what that car means to me. I tilted my head. Oh, I know exactly what it means. It's not transportation. It's validation. Proof you're still the favorite, even when you've done nothing to deserve it.
Her jaw tightened.
You sound bitter. I smiled faintly.
No.
I sound free. She sat back, eyes glassy. Mom and Dad are going to hate you for this. Already do, I said. But they'll love what comes next. I slid an envelope across the table. Inside are your remaining debts, all consolidated under one company. Mine. She hesitated, opening it. Her face drained as she saw the letterhead. Hayes Financial Group. She whispered, You own this. Yes, I said, standing. And starting today, I own you. Her hand shook. You wouldn't. I already did. That night, the family group chat exploded. Mom. Lena, what have you done to your sister? Dad. This is beyond petty. You're ruining her future. I stared at the screen. Unread messages stacking up like guilt I refused to feel. Then one from Alyssa. I can't believe you'd humiliate me like this. You always wanted revenge, didn't you? I typed back slowly.
No, Alyssa.
I wanted balance. But balance doesn't come cheap. The next morning, I arrived at my parents' house. Same driveway where Alyssa's birthday BMW once glistened under streamers, balloons, and applause. Now, an empty oil stain marked the spot. Mom opened the door, face tight, eyes fiery. You've become heartless.
I smiled politely.
I learned from the best. She stepped aside, voice trembling. Your father is furious. Dad sat in his armchair, TV muted, hand gripping the remote like a gavel. You could have just helped her. Family doesn't destroy family, Lena. I met his glare. Family doesn't build altars for one child and graves for the other. He slammed the remote down. You're ungrateful. We gave you everything. I laughed bitterly. You gave me a bus pass and a complex. Silence filled the room. The same silence that had swallowed me my whole childhood. Then I placed a document on the table. Hayes Financial now owns your mortgage, too. Mom gasped. You bought our... Yes, I said softly. You taught me to earn my way. Dad's face went red, the same shade it turned whenever he realized he couldn't control a situation. You think this makes you powerful? He spat. All this money, this arrogance. You're still that same insecure little girl begging for attention. I didn't flinch.
No, Dad.
I stopped begging the day you told me Alyssa deserved everything because she was the future of this family. Mom's voice broken. We were only trying to motivate you. Motivate me? I said, my voice low, steady. You humiliated me.
Every win you downplayed.
Every effort you mocked. You built a family where love was conditional. And now, you're shocked I learned the same currency. Alyssa appeared in the doorway, mascara streaking her cheeks. You're proud of this, huh? Making your own family meal? I turned to her.
No.
I'm just returning the mirror. Look into it, Alyssa. You'll see what I saw all my life. Someone who got everything handed to her and still managed to fail. She tried to lunge forward, but Dad stopped her. Don't, he hissed. I looked at all of them. Their perfect living room, their trembling hands, the cracks finally showing. I don't want your apology, I said, turning toward the door. I just want you to know what it feels like when everything you took for granted disappears. The BMW keys jingled in my hand like justice itself. That night, I drove the BMW through the same streets I once took the bus on, the same cracked sidewalks where I'd stood in the rain waiting for rides that never came. The city lights blurred in the reflection of the windshield, like ghosts of every insult I'd ever swallowed. At a red light, my phone buzzed. Mom. Please, Lena. Don't take it this far. Your father's blood pressure spiked. Alyssa. I hate you. You've ruined everything. I typed only one reply, sent to both. You can't ruin what was never real. Then I tossed the phone into the glove box and turned up the radio. The car purred under my hands, but it didn't feel like revenge anymore. It felt like closure. I parked outside my new office, the one with my name on the glass doors. Lena Hayes, CEO. Inside, my assistant was waiting. "Late night drive?" she asked. I smiled faintly. Something like that. On her desk sat a thick envelope, Alyssa's debt transfer agreement. I slid it into a file. "Send this to collections," I said. "Standard terms." She hesitated. "You're sure?" I nodded. People learn faster when the lessons cost something. As I walked toward the elevator, my reflection followed, calm, sharp, finally untethered. For once, I wasn't the forgotten daughter. I was the woman who rewrote the hierarchy in ink, contracts, and silence. A month later, a letter arrived. Handwritten. From Alyssa. "Lena, I hate admitting this, but you were right. The car, the image, the fake friends, it all vanished when the money did. I finally got a job. It's not glamorous, but for once, I'm earning something that's mine. I used to laugh at you for working too hard. Now I get it. You didn't build walls, you built a backbone. I'm sorry. Alyssa." I read it twice, then folded it neatly and placed it in my drawer beside my first bus pass. My first reminder of what earning it really looked like. That evening, I took a quiet drive to the ocean. The BMW still gleamed like new, but this time, I didn't see it as a trophy. It was a symbol, a full circle. The waves rolled against the rocks, soft and endless. I sat there watching the horizon burn orange and gold, whispering to myself, "You did it, Lena. You earned your way out." For the first time in years, there was no bitterness left, just peace. My phone buzzed again. This time, it wasn't family. It was a message from a mentorship foundation I'd funded for underprivileged girls. The first group of girls graduated today. They asked to thank the woman who inspired them. Tears filled my eyes. Maybe the best revenge wasn't destroying what hurt me, but replacing it with something better.